Hey guys, welcome to my channel. It's your girl Dani here, back with another video. It's been a minute, but I posted a video last week, so if you haven't seen that video, please go check it out. I'll leave the link in the description below. Thank you so much for being here. My name is Danica, okay? I will not tell you my last name because you don't need my government, okay? But welcome to my channel. I'm so glad that you are here watching me, and as you can see from the title of the video, I have decided to join the military. So I decided to just give my experience just to kind of like help somebody else out who might be going through the same thing or is struggling in their decision making. It's definitely a trying process, and so I kind of wanted to just delve into it just a little bit and help you guys by joining me on my journey. So without further ado, subscribe to my channel and let's get into it. So, the first things first, you have to know what you're getting yourself into. If you think you're about to join the military and it's going to be cake, you're lying to yourself, okay? You're literally signing a contract for yourself, your body, your physical being, you. You now belong to the United States government, okay? So I just want that to be perfectly clear. If anyone is deciding to join the military, please just be real. And don't feel like it's like a bad thing. Like, I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but I'm just saying, like, some people think like, oh, I'm gonna join the military, and then like it just, everything's supposed to just happen for them. Like, the military gives people tons of opportunities to succeed. It really does. I decided to go reserve instead of active duty, and I'm gonna just go into why. So about 2 years ago in 2016, I decided I was gonna join the military. Me and my mom were talking about it for a little while, and I had a boyfriend who was in the military at the time. He is a Marine, or he is a Marine currently, but he's an ex, so, but you know what I'm trying to say. So he was in the military, and so it just kind of seemed like maybe it was a good idea to like toy with. He kind of gave me some advice to just kind of like, you know, help me to just like be on the side of caution with it, because like he didn't think that, not that I couldn't do it, but just kind of like, this is a serious like decision, and I clearly didn't know what I was getting myself into or even talking about. So I do thank him for like airing me on the side of caution. So basically, I decided I was going to go forward with the process. Me and him had broken up at the time, but I was like, you know what? I want to start thinking about my future, and I kind of just want something new. I was scared, and I really didn't want to do it, but my mom was so excited, so I was like, let me just do it. So God is good, okay? Because at that time, I wasn't ready. I was not ready whatsoever. So I took my ASVAB. First of all, just for me to talk to a recruiter, it was like it was crazy. Like, it was hard for me just to get in contact with a recruiter or find the recruiting office. Like, it was just so bad. Like, it took months. So I finally ended up going to take my ASVAB, and the same day I'm on my way to take my ASVAB, I get into a car accident. It was just, you don't understand how upset I was, because you cannot have anything on your record whatsoever if you're trying to join the military. No tickets, no arrest warrants, no nothing. Like, you need to be spick clean before they even let you through the door. So when I got into the car accident, it was literally like, here was my car accident, and here is the turning lane for me to go into the place for me to take my ASVAB. Literally. Okay, like, it was like a couple feet away. Like, you know when the GPS be like 500 feet away, 50 feet away? It was that type stuff. So I just felt like this was among the signs that I already had that this wasn't for me and this wasn't a good idea. So time goes on. I passed the ASVAB. I've already gotten my score, which I had to literally bombard my recruiter for. He finally gave me the answer. But, and I think I got a 69. No, I did get a 69. So Was it 69? It was a 69. So I got a 69. So after all this process of me trying to get the score and everything, and I still have to get everything cleared about with my ticket and everything, everything's just drawing out to be way longer than it needs to be. And it's starting to just make me feel like this really isn't for me. And so I had to talk with my mom. I was like, look, mother, I don't think this is a good idea. I think God is trying to tell me this isn't for me. And I think I should just leave it alone because nothing is working out. I mean, I'm trying everything I can. I'm only human. What more can I do? So I want to say like a couple months after I moved out to Atlanta, me and my mom kind of got back on the topic, and she was like, why don't you try it again? And I was like, like I already tried and it just didn't really work out. I don't really see why I need to try again. But, it was something that I kept in the back of my head, and I told her I would pray on it. And I did. So it was something that I prayed about. I didn't just jump into it. I definitely waited to see if there was any answer that God was trying to really give me. And I feel like God speaks to me a lot through signs. So I had stopped watching military videos since about 2 years ago. And then boom, they just start popping up on my timeline on YouTube again. And like little stuff like I'll see posts or I'll see something that'll make me think like, oh, military. So fast forward a little bit, I decide to go through with the process and start over again. So I go to the website. I knew that I wanted to go to school. And I started watching videos again. And so school was a must for me. So I was like, I can't go active duty. 2 years ago, that was the plan, to go active duty and then just come back and then finish school. But I had already moved out to Atlanta and I came out here for school. So it was just kind of like, I'm not going to not go to school just for something like to just stall the process, because I don't want to be freaking 30 years old trying to finish college. Like, no. So, I decided to go reserves. So I looked into everything I need to look into. I went on the website. I did the little chat thingy. They sent me a recruiter that was nearby, and then a few more that were kind of like in the vicinity. And I want to say that it took maybe a couple days for them to contact me. So they contacted me. I pre-qualified and everything. So then the process has gotten kickstarted. I called my recruiter, and the process just kind of like zoomed through. My ASVAB scores were still valid, but they were only valid for about a month, because you only have 2 years. So I was literally like right at the it was like a month and a half I had left. And so my recruiter's like, look, if you really want to do this, we can do this, but we have to be like really fast about this. I was like, okay, like I'm down. Like if this is really gonna happen, like you don't gotta say no more. Say no more. Let's do this. So I went to meet him. He did the process thingy, taking down all the questions, making me answer a bunch of questions and things like that. Asking me questions, asking me if I had any questions for him, which I had a couple. Then he was like, okay, so now we just need to get you in for a physical. So I had to go to MEPS. He finally got me a date, and I went to MEPS to get my physical and everything. And I was there like the entire day. I was there the entire day. I was like one of the first people at the door. There was only 3 people there that morning, and it was like maybe like 5 o'clock in the morning at this point. But yeah, it was like 2 people already there, and then I got there. So I was there about like 5:45-ish, I want to say. Or maybe earlier, because I woke up at like 4, and I thought it was about 4:30 or something like that. And I don't even know what time I got there, because it was a little ways out. So finally I get everything back, but it was a process. Like they were having issues with my stuff, so I didn't know if everything was okay. I know I wasn't doing drugs or anything like that, so I was like, the only thing, do I have cancer? And I don't know. Do I have cancer? Is that what y'all trying to tell me? So I started to freak out, because I'm like, there's no other explanation why this should be taking so long. I mean, there's nothing that I've done wrong. You know what I'm saying? It's like everything should be clean. So of course I was just being over dramatic, and my recruiter was like, girl, you need to relax. Trust me, like it's okay. They're just having an issue, and it's been a couple people going through the same thing. So I was like, okay, cool. Say no more. I left it alone. I kept contacting him, trying to figure out if everything was okay. And I think this process took maybe like a week, maybe a week and a half. And then finally he's like, I have good news. Everything is okay. I was like, thank you, Jesus. So at this point, I'm starting to kind of get nervous because I'm about to actually have to swear in. So the process to swear in was simple. You know, you go, you fill out a bunch of paperwork, and you're there for like a hot minute. And then finally they take you somewhere, and then you get sworn in. It's really quick. I didn't have anybody there with me, just my recruiter and the person who was swearing me in. And he did take a video of it. I'm not going to share that just because I think that's super personal, and only like maybe 3 people or 4 people have seen it. So I don't want to, yeah, but it was really cool. I was super excited. I clapped at the end. I was like, oh my gosh, like I just swore in. And it was just like kind of like a scary thing, because I was like, damn, like I'm signing my life away for the next 6 years. But the reason I decided to join the military wasn't because of money or school. Like those things were benefits, you know what I'm saying? For me, it's about the discipline and the structure and the being a part of something bigger than myself, because I feel like sometimes I'm super selfish, especially me being 20. I'm so young. I don't want to make mistakes that are gonna leave me just like 40 years old wondering where my life went wrong. You know, this can only grow me as a human being. This can only make me stronger. And I feel like it's hard, but it's something that I needed to do for myself. And I feel like if you are going to go into the military, just take the benefits and just push them to the side and really think, like, are you really ready for somebody to be yelling in your face nonstop? Are you really ready to have to take orders from people? Are you really ready to know like that you belong to somebody for the next however many years of your life? Now, I'm a reservist, so I'll only be going in to work 2 days a month and then 2 weeks out of the year. So it's different for me. I still get to go to school full time, and I can work another job if I want to. Probably won't, but just saying I can. So it's a lot more flexibility, but it's not for everybody because the pay is not the same. I repeat, the pay is not the same, okay? So don't go into being a reservist thinking you about to make that $1,800 a month, like the people out here risking their lives day to day, like out here getting shipped from here to here to here to here to here at the drop of a hat, because that's not the case. You are part-time. So I think that's important as well, to just kind of like do your research and figure out what the pros and cons are. If you're in school and you want to finish school and you don't want to have that gap of 4 years or 6 years or whatever, then reserves is probably your, like, you know what I'm saying, is probably the way to go. If you feel like, you know what, I don't really want to go to school, I need money, I just don't want to be here anymore, I just want to kind of like get my life started and start doing whatever I got to do, then active duty is the way to go, you know, because I mean, it just is what it is. And the one thing I love about it is that I can make this a career, you know what I'm saying? So I can do this for the next 20 years. I mean, I don't know how it's going to be, and I don't want to say anything yet because I don't know if that's the route I want to go. But I know that I'm very secure in my decision. I don't regret it for a second. I know it's difficult, and I want everybody to please remember that it is difficult. You will no longer be the same little sweet baby that you were before, okay? They're about to make you into what they need you to be. Like, you got to be tough. You got to be disciplined. You have to have structure. You have to, you know, have respect. That's a big thing in the military. You have to be respectful. Like, they're about to take everything you thought you knew. They're about to teach you how to walk, how to talk, everything. Like, you're literally a baby all over again. So it's not easy. Don't think it's easy. And I know this video is like getting a little bit long, so I'm going to cut it out here. And I'll make another video. If you guys have any questions, please leave them below. This video is not, I repeat, not going to be monetized or anything like that. This is strictly me talking about my experiences. And if you guys have any experiences that you want to share or any questions you want to ask based off of me being a newbie, I haven't even been shipped out for basic training yet. If you have any questions, leave them down below. I'll try my best to answer them the best that I can. Just like, it's a beautiful thing, but it's definitely one of the hardest things that you're ever probably going to do in your life if you do decide to do this. And this was just kind of like my thought process. I knew all of this going in. And so I really just want to encourage people to know what they're getting themselves into. And so I will definitely make another video and let you guys know how things are going. I have my next UTA in December. So it's going to be once a month. 2 days during the month, so it's going to be Saturday and Sunday, and they are teaching me all the things I need to know before I go to basic training. That way when I get to basic training, I have some knowledge of what I'm supposed to say, how I'm supposed to walk and talk and all that stuff. So yeah. Have a great and pleasant, blessed day. Thank you so much for watching this video. I appreciate y'all, and please subscribe to my channel. And remember, if you have any questions, leave them down below, and I promise I will try my best to answer them to the best extent of my knowledge. But I am not an expert. I am merely a newbie sharing my experiences. So thank you, and have a blessed night, y'all.